Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer notes that their new modem router combo was a huge step up from the subpar equipment they had been renting from their internet service provider for years. Frustrated by the perpetual monthly fee for an underperforming device, they decided to purchase their own unit, hoping it would pay for itself over time while delivering better results. The main challenge for this client was their home's layout, a narrow, 5-story townhouse that demanded a strong signal with excellent vertical penetration. The old ISP-supplied router struggled to cover more than a single floor, delivering a fraction of the internet speeds they paid for and forcing them to rely on extenders for the upper levels. After a surprisingly quick and easy phone activation with their provider, the initial performance of this new modem was shockingly poor, with speeds even lower than before. However, rather than giving up, our reviewer spent about an hour doing some basic troubleshooting. They discovered that in a dense area with many competing Wi-Fi signals, interference was the likely culprit. By using a simple analyzer app to find less congested wireless channels, and then changing the device's settings accordingly, the performance was completely transformed. With that simple tweak, their internet speeds jumped dramatically, finally reaching the level they were paying for. In terms of signal reach, the device performs perfectly for a 3-story home, providing a strong connection 1 floor above and 1 floor below its location. The signal does weaken considerably 2 floors up and is minimal beyond that, but it was still a significant improvement over their previous setup. Overall, our reviewer considers this modem a fantastic purchase that solved their primary speed and coverage issues, saving them from endless rental fees.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer found the initial experience with this modem router combo to be quite positive. The device arrived in perfect condition, and the setup was straightforward, taking only about 15 minutes by following the included guide. A smart move by our reviewer was to reuse their old network name and password, which saved them the hassle of reconfiguring the dozens of devices in their home. While the unit connected to all their gadgets without issue, they noted that the companion app wasn't great at identifying what each device was. This required them to manually rename everything, which was only possible because they had a pre-existing list of MAC addresses. Initially, the performance was a mixed bag. The app proved useful for basic tasks like setting up a guest network, but for more advanced settings like reserving IP addresses, our reviewer had to log into the device through a web browser. The good news was a dramatic increase in Wi-Fi download speeds, which were significantly faster than with their old rented equipment. However, the initial upload speeds were a major cause for concern, dropping to a fraction of what they were used to, which was deeply disappointing at first. Fortunately, this client discovered the problem wasn't with the hardware at all. After a call to their internet service provider, it became clear the device hadn't been set up correctly on the provider's end. Once a support agent fixed the configuration, the upload speeds returned to normal. After a month of use, our reviewer reports that no new issues have surfaced. They are now very happy with the purchase, finding this modem router combo to be a reliable unit for a high-speed connection, and would have no hesitation recommending it to friends or family.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer was prompted to upgrade their internet setup after their provider indicated their old modem couldn't handle the faster speeds offered by their current plan. Instead of continuing to rent a device, our reviewer decided to purchase this Ethernet Wi-Fi 6 router, aiming to save money over time, a decision that should pay for itself reasonably quickly. The setup process was surprisingly straightforward. Installation was a breeze, and the reviewer didn't have to endure the usual lengthy hold times with their internet provider. After plugging the router in and connecting via Ethernet, they were able to register the device using the provider's app. The app guided them through the registration, which only took a few minutes. Once recognized, the router automatically registered to the account and started delivering the faster speeds almost immediately. Further enhancing the experience, the router's companion app allowed for easy adjustment of settings. While settings can also be accessed through a wired PC connection, the app's convenience and accessibility were greatly appreciated. Our reviewer was even able to use the app to replicate their old router's username and password, saving a considerable amount of time by avoiding the need to resync all connected devices. The reviewer strongly suggests downloading the companion app in advance to streamline the setup once the router arrives. The router also automatically handles firmware updates through the provider's app in its own companion app. There was a minor hiccup during the initial firmware installation, requiring a restart, but since then, the router has been consistently reliable, requiring no further restarts in several months of use. A handy bonus is the inclusion of a USB port, primarily intended for diagnostics, but also useful for charging USB-powered devices in a pinch. The reviewer's only minor complaint is the 2x2 square configuration of the 4 Ethernet ports on the back, preferring a Vertica.
If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.